Hi, I'm Dr. Walter Matwichuk, and the purpose of today's intermittent reinforcement email message is to talk to you a little bit about your capacity to bear what you may believe is the unbearable. Rational emotive behavior therapy argues that humans often underestimate their ability to withstand adversity. Rational emotive behavior therapy, or REBT, helps you cultivate attitudes that bring out the best of you when facing adversity. In today's intermittent reinforcement email message, I talk about some of the worst case scenario attitudes that we call the mind and that lead us to fear the gruesome and have difficulty bearing our worst nightmare. I often say that rational emotive behavior therapy is the cognitive behavior therapy to go to when your worst nightmare occurs. Why is this? Because REBT derives from philosophy, and philosophers have known for centuries that adversity is part of life, and that from great misfortune, good can occur. REBT teaches you how to examine the attitudes that are your Achilles heel emotionally, and to show you how to evaluate and then modify them so that you cultivate the strength you are capable of displaying if and when your worst case scenario occurs. No one likes to think about our death, the death of others, the loss of love, the loss of financial ruin, and other sorts of gruesome outcomes, the death of a child. Nevertheless, these things occur, and they're part of life. And life goes on even when they do occur. And therefore, there needs to be a way to help people face these things and prevail despite their great misfortune. REBT does not aim to make light of great misfortune. However, it remains firm in its stance that people can come to accept what they cannot change. This is a powerfully amazing message to cling to during very difficult times. I think it's very empowering to convince ourselves that we can bear the quote unquote unbearable. Sooner or later, very bad things will happen to all of us. In many ways, this is the only fair aspect of life, that we all face certain existential challenges that will humble us and test us. REBT enables us to prepare for those very difficult moments of life well in advance of them, so that we do not have anxiety as we contemplate adversity of the future, so that we enjoy life now despite knowing that at some point in the future we'll be tested, and so that we live life as well as we can subsequent to experiencing great misfortune, that nightmare scenario that we wish would not be ours to bear. This is why I've stayed with REBT for 34 years now, because I truly believe it empowers us to face the unbearable. So I encourage you today to carefully read my writing that accompanies this message and think about how it would apply to you. Why not prepare in advance for the worst case scenario? That way you can live better now and be stronger in the future should that nightmare occur. It will take a lot of work, and it's certainly not an obligation to prepare. But in my view, the luck favors the prepared mind, and therefore I think it's good to contemplate and think about the great adversities of life well in advance of their occurrence, if we can. I would also like to remind you that every Saturday I deliver this message on my weekly Rational Emotive Behavioral Conversation Hour. During this hour, I take a volunteer from somewhere in the world and show them how to adopt this message of hope and strength that REBT remains firm in delivering. I would encourage you to attend. It's free to attend, but you need to have the link. So write to me at rebtdoctor@gmail.com, and I'll send you the link. I hope that you can join us. It's at 9 a.m. in Philadelphia. That's 2 p.m. in the UK. 4 o'clock in Moscow. 6 p.m. in Karachi. 6:30 in New Delhi. And 10 p.m. in Tokyo. What I find is that the 100 or more people that attend derive great benefit in watching someone struggle to learn these ideas. I encourage you to attend, but more importantly, I encourage you to read today's intermittent reinforcement email message and prepare for the worst case scenario that may occur in your life. None of us knows what is just around the bend. So let's get prepared with REBT.